Good morning, teacher. My name is Maria Isabel Vidal Bojorquez, and I'm making this video for our presencial class of session 2. We have three main topics to talk about. I'm sorry if I can be a little bit like in a rush, but this is the second time I make video. The first one was about 20 minutes. Okay, the first topic is the knowledge of social world. And social models, I want to talk about these two together because they are pretty related, and I can summarize in a couple of comments. First of all, this was like a subject, like an investigation that it studies the capacity of getting related with everyone and how we act. They wanted to anticipate how we are going to act in some situations, and they saw it have these relations and how we act. It is affected about our age and what we know about the world. I think the most important point of this, it's about kids. It's about them and how they start to build their own context of the world. Because kids are not dumb. They will know in their proper age how to act and how the world function, how the world spins. At the time we born, we start making our own conjectures about how everything is working around us, and we start building all of that. We start making the difference about why our neighbor is not like, we're not gonna act to them like when we're with family or friends, or why it's so different when you go to the store or to a mall and you will get a very different interaction with other people. I think the most important here, it's about the theories we saw. We have the Moscovici, who says that we are exposed not only to society, but the social groups. And it can be true because we're gonna work different depending of where are we born. If we are rich, if we are poor, if we are middle class. Durkheim says that we observe and we start making our own judgment about what is good and what is bad to do. I think that is true too. Vygotsky says society influences. influences. Um, let me see. Yeah, influences on how we should act. And Piaget says that we also need some other stuff like our reality, and that it's gonna be how we are going to act. For example, an Asian kid and a Western kid will be acting so different because we have different values. And since we have those different values, those kids will see what is good to do and what is bad to do. It also says that the social models are made by rules, values, and school is our transmission, just like ourselves, the adult ones. All kids will be facing this knowledge of the world in different stages of their life, because of their own age, they cannot interact with all of the things in the world. Like a pub, a kid will not know how to act in a pub until he is 18 years old, or he will not how to properly act in a, let's say, library. A 3 years old kid to a 8 years old kid, they will know the difference because their experience and their ages will get to know different stuff. Then we have the Eric Erickson's psychosocial um, I don't really remember, but it mostly talks about all the stages we are going through till from the day we're born till our death. There are 8 stages, and I think the most important is the first stage, that it talks about uh, that we need to get affection, we need to get our parents very close to us, because we don't, we will not get confidence, uh, we will be feeling insecure about other ones. If we get mess in that stage, we are going to mess in the other ones. Uh, the other important stage I can see, it's about stage 4, where we are start learning to do new stuff. It comes from the age 5 to 11 years old, and we will feel very insecure if we are keep failing, and we don't really have someone who are there to comfort us and say that everything will be fine. In stage 5, I think it's another important one. Since we start making our own personality and identity. Here, a lot of teenagers get very confused about who they are, because they truly feel like they are part of a family, but they want to feel individual. They want to know they are different. Stage 6, uh, it's important, but not that important as the other ones that I mentioned. Then it talks about affections, that we are start making, involving some bonds with other people. Stage 7, I think that is another important one, very important one, that it talks about our goals and adults. And of all these age stages, I think the less important is the 8, because it's like the one where we can see what we made with our lives. We will feel regret, we will feel pride, depending of what we did with our lives. As teachers, we need to take care about the first stages, signs we want to make we want to build confident persons who can take the world, who can change it into something better. If we don't make it, we will keep having these problems with our society, with persons who are probably in some examples are the ones who steal, are the ones who are taking drugs, those who are always drinking, having those tipsy problems. So yeah, this is all. Thanks for listening to me, teacher.